the last match of a memorable afternoon here at the Reebok in Bolton, and there's the state of play between two outstandingly talented players, Colin Osborne from Derby and Vincent van der Voort, runner-up in this competition last year from Tinland in Holland. It's just north of here, I gather. And as we saw just before the break, van der Voort in characteristic style stole the fifth leg, although Osborne had one dart at a double. Let's have a look what's been happening. Nigel, Phil Taylor, well, you know all about him. Vintage form. Ronnie Baxter looking good too. Barneveld had to work hard against Jason Barry, you know. Dudbridge squeaked it against Manley, and that's the state of play between Osborne and van der Voort. And on board two, Nigel.
Wins for John Part and James Wade this afternoon. Andy Hamilton with a real ding-dong battle with Chris Mason, getting the better of him, and Yelly Klassen no problems against Nigel Birch.
Yes, Alan Tavern knocking out the impressive Robert Thornton. Wes Newton again squeaking it from Mark Mawson. Gary Mawson is through, and on board four,
Wayne Jones from Wolverhampton beating Barry Bates. Brendan Dolan, the surprise of the round, beating Adrian Lewis. Chris Thompson and Simon Watley all going into the draw, which follows this game.
Yes, Simon Watley, the man they call the chopper because he works in a helicopter factory, wielding the axe. Good to see him back. He's been away from the big-time scene for too long. And they're going to have the draw, of course, before the end of the action this afternoon, and it's going to be tantalising. Now he wants the ball for a 1-3-5 kill.
That would have been spectacular, to say the least. Van der Voort 3-2 ahead, looking to break Colin Osborne's throw here. There's been so many breaks of throw in this game, and Osborne moving forward, stepping up now and putting pressure on van der Voort to take it out here.
9 will be the target, 25 the score, double H the finish, and van der Voort beginning to inch away, and that's the reason why.
Perfectly timed break of throw from the Dutchman, who went through 11-10 against Colin Osborne last year in the semi-finals to get through to meet his fellow countryman Raymond van Barneveld. He beat Terry Jenkins 11-10 as well in this tournament last year, lost 16-8 in the final to Barney.
Yes, the big names are still in the draw. Barneveld is there, although he's been teetering a bit. Taylor is there, Wade is there, John Part is there, and there's some outsiders. As always, the format of this particular competition, mouth-watering.
I think Adi Lewis is the major casualty so far, isn't he? And really was a surprise this afternoon.
Of course, Marble blew it again, bless his heart. It's never a dull moment when Wayne's around, and the competition always loses colour and showmanship when he departs.
Yeah, and that was an amazing game. It was Adrian Lewis who got the better of Wayne Mardle last night. Mardle was pretty fortunate in his first game on Thursday, though. Didn't play well at all. But that was a real humdinger last night between Lewis and Mardle, and then Lewis, as we say this afternoon, going out 9-8 to Brendan Dolan. But here on the main stage, the final game of the afternoon session, with a place in the last 16 on the line, Vincent van der Voort has fast breakneck speed, homing in on a potential 5-2 lead.
He's just beginning to exert his authority on this match. He goes ahead here, 5-2, a three-leg advantage would take a bit of reeling in.
76 he needs then. Van der Voort. Double 12 now. Well, he had to readjust there, Dave.
Absolutely, and did so quite well, and he knows that Osborne is too far back. Osborne would be wishing he had kept closer order, because van der Voort will be back looking at double 12 for a three-leg advantage in the scores. Now double 12, so one dart of the double here. That's the target, that's the dart, and that's a three-leg advantage for the Dutchman.
3 legs on the spin, and van der Voort now clear favourite to go on and win this game. First to 9 legs, remember. to go through to tonight's evening session, the last 16. Theoretically, 17 players left in this tournament. One has to go from these two to get us down to that final 16, starting at 7 o'clock tonight. The final dart just drifting there, Dave.
This is a competition, of course, Nigel, where the players, all of them, really have to work out their pace. There's Osborne's Lady Sarah, always immaculately coiffure in the guest seats. I was saying that you have to time your run in this competition, because the players are asked to play twice a day, some of them. And I mean, John Park particularly. John Park was on at midnight virtually last night, and first up again this morning. He's hardly had time to get his head on the pillow. 38. Still managed to come through it though. That's his class. That's his style.
On a busy day tomorrow to get all the way to the final. Could be 3 games, of course.
Absolutely.
With the quarters, the semi and the final tomorrow. That's the ambition of every player remaining in this tournament.
Has to be said, seems to be something in the format which suits Philip Taylor.
139. Yes, it's a complex operation, the Blue Square UK Open Darts Championship. With 8 boards from Thursday night, we're down to 4 boards today. Logistically, it's tough as Osborne goes for that double top. He'll be back for that though.
Yes, Van der Voort a long way back here, and Osborne, one suggests, needs his leg rather badly. Can't afford to go any further back.
Absolutely. Tops he needs then, Osborne. To go within 2 legs of Van der Voort. With to the wire. Nice marker. That time, Osborne gets back into the game. He'll feel a lot better about that, but still, Van der Voort throwing now to go 3 legs ahead again. It's tough for Osborne now. He really is up against it.
59. Yes, it was a graphic shot showing how you use the marking dart there, as Osborne clipped the first dart with his brother and hit the double top. Beautifully read by Nigel Pearson.
85. The draw to follow then. First to 9 legs. Sid Waddell standing by.
Yes, and this these latter stages in past years tended to bring the big guns booming at each other. I seem to recollect Taylor and Barneveld meeting at this stage last year. And the big guns have sort of had a comfortable passage thus far, but who knows with the draw.